This is DCB GameTime. We are live at the Lewisburg Patriots home field. They're facing the Olive Branch Conquistadors. You know, today's weather got pretty high up into the 92 area. Now, we were expecting some storms, but thankfully, we're going to have looks like some clear weather for the game, and it's beginning to be a little cooler here. But essentially, this past week, Lewisburg Patriots won versus Mitchell. They defeated the other team 44-26 last week. And fun fact, all-time versus Olive Branch, they did lose to Olive Branch last year, 28-38. But they're, essentially prior to that, this past week they won. But Olive Branch played Shannon High School last week and fell to defeat. But Taylor, I just want to tell you, that was a rough game, maybe from the penalty standpoint. So I don't know. Hopefully this week's a little bit easier on that front.
Yeah, I like to see the Olive Branch bounce back here. They got off to a slow start last week. Penalties hurt both teams, and I really would like to see Olive Branch bounce back and show us what they've really got. I felt like there were a lot of first game jitters from those young guys last week. I was talking to one of the coaches after the game, and he was telling me that they're starting majority of their offensive line is underclassmen, sophomores and freshmen. So let's see how those boys move this week. And I really think we're going to see a bounce back from those Keisters. And let's see if Olive Branch can stay in this fight against Lewisburg tonight.
Yeah, they were ahead. Essentially, they came back and were ahead from a defensive touchdown and put up 7-6, and then their kicker actually came out and kicked a pretty good field goal. So they were up for a good bit of that. But like you said, it was hard to get adjusted. The game was stopped by penalties, by injuries, and I think that was a lot to do to this. Is first, like you said, they're hitting pads. They're hitting other teams as hard as possible. So getting into that groove running through there. But we were unable to actually watch the Lewisburg last week. The game last week because we were at Olive Branch, but I'm hoping to see some more offense lead through that, and let's see some good football. Oh, did you see that flag fall off that cheerleader's flagpole? That was pretty funny.
Yeah, I see that. She's out there running around with just a pole.
Olive High School.
Yeah, we're going to hope that Olive Branch can capitalize on some big defensive plays. We had Dylan Lookingbill with a big pick six last week. Mm-hmm. We're going to see if he can contribute again on defense. And really, I think we're going to see that special teams again from Olive Branch step up and really shine this week.
Yeah, no, and Lewisburg last week, Trevor Walls and then Cale Ryden Sr., they're the joint leaders in receiving yards per game at about 54 yards per game for the last one. They had 2 receiving touchdowns, but their running back had 56 yards that game, and their other running back, Lucas Edwards, they also had 53 rushing yards. Now, of course, Cale Ryden also leads with total touchdowns with 2, with Snow, Presley, and Edwards each having 1 rushing touchdown. Now, Levi Presley tops the tackles per game last week. He had 5, and then Nathan Cook had 4 in that past contest. Now, on that leadership front, Jacob Mans, that's the quarterback. Now, he had a 108.3 quarterback rating. Now, the completion rate was a little bit lower, but in high school, that's what you're typically used to. Had 3 passing touchdowns. So, really, their offense is pretty balanced. They have a dual rushing threat, and they have strong passing through their quarterback there at the Mans, and defensively, taking care of the tackles and turnovers. So, maybe we'll see a good game here, a little bit more lively, and let's just get some good action today, Taylor.
Yeah, I think we're going to see some real good action tonight. Can't wait for kickoff. We're just a few moments away from that.
And I just want to, before the game starts, I just want to shout out to North Central Electric Cooperative for being a sponsor for our game here on this broadcast. And I believe they're also sponsoring the game at the school itself. And, we couldn't do this type of work without them. And, of course, with those types of sponsorships, we're able to work with Career Tech West and the media students there and pay them a good wage to come and help us out and get some reps and learn about production and media. So it's just good to have. But I'm pumped. The game is set. People are here. Let's see what kickoff looks like.
Yeah, let's get fired up for this kickoff right now as Olive Branch gets ready to kick the ball away to the Lewisburg Patriots. And the kick is off. It's a short kick. Kick out of bounds. Looks like he touched that ball before it went out of bounds. They're going to be spotting that ball at about the 15-yard line. We'll see if this Olive Branch defense steps up here on their first possession with Lewisburg having the ball here. Those are some pretty large offensive linemen they're running out there. Let's see how well they move, see if they get off the ball, see if they can create that run game again.
Yeah, I want to see that 75 get a good pancake. That 35, you can see that little cutback block here seal the edge. I don't know, that running back's on the right side, so maybe they hand off a little option to the left here, or hand off to the left right up to 75 right here. Let's see what happens. I know I would be happy to have that type of lineman.
Hands it off up the middle. Big 10-yard gain there from Lewisburg.
Man, that was sharp. Start the game off easy with the run. Get your offense set. Looks like the quarterback here is telling his wide receivers what to do.
Yeah, they're going to go with a hurry-up offense here. They're going to try to move this ball and move it quick. We're going to have a pass to the edge down here. Good stop from that Olive Branch defense there. No gain on that one there. We're going to go back to the pass. He's rolling to his right.
Yeah, that was a good one on that front. Defense got that one away. Looked really good. You know, that's what Olive Branch needs, just like that last game, is to take that and take those turnovers. Let it help them out. You know, give their offense a chance to get some success here, because they had some early success in the last one, but they couldn't capitalize in the red zone area. So let's see if Conquistadors can actually do something on this first.
Yeah, let's see if these boys can move the ball down the field. You got a motion to the right. It's going to be a quick toss there. And he found some open field. He's still on his feet, down inside the 15-yard line.
Man, that was good. That's what you need to start out. Let's get, this looks a little different. Even their demeanor, they're walking around with a little bit more confidence here.
Yeah, I think they're going to play this game with a bit of a chip on their shoulder. These guys have a lot to prove after that game last week, and I think that they're going to come out and play angry and really come off the ball. Another run up the middle. Another 5-yard gain. Can't complain about that.
No, you can't.
We're going to have second and about 6 there.
I'd say you keep doing it. Keep running that play.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Kelso. I think we stick to the run here until they show that they can stop it. Lewisburg's looking to have some trouble lining up on defense right here. I'd like to see Olive Branch try to go a little faster. Good counter right there.
One. Touchdown.
And that's going to be a quick touchdown from the Olive Branch Conquistadors.
That's what you needed to start the game off right. Number 1 right there. Celebrating with his team. Got some good blocks off the get. That defensive tackle on the Lewisburg side, he was standing up. I believe that's number 14. He stood up really quick, so if he keeps standing up off that's number 44, excuse me. He was standing up really quick off the ball, so if he lets those guards get underneath his pads, it's done. So hopefully the coach can coach him up on that and get him going down a little bit on that coverage.
Yeah, that's what we want to see there. Capitalize on the turnover, quick score.
And the extra point.
Extra point is good. Olive Branch is going to take a 7-0 lead over the home team, Lewisburg Patriots.
Yes, and we'll be back here shortly. We're going to go on a break. we're back. This is DCB Game Time. Thanks for watching with us. We're about to see a kickoff. The Conquistadors capitalized on a interception, and then they went down and drove. Oh, with the onside kick here, Taylor.
Yeah, that was a good onside kick, and that ball is still moving around.
Wow.
These boys from Olive Branch are coming up saying that they've got it. Let's see what the refs decide here.
Oh, looks like Lewisburg has it.
Lewisburg came off the bottom of the pile with the ball. Still haven't had any indication from the refs yet.
There we go.
There we go. That's going to be Lewisburg Patriot football.
Yeah, that's what you want to see. The Conquistadors intercepted the ball, put their offense on the ground, and kept running it. And man was running in between the tackles pretty well.
I like that onside kick there. You come out, you punch them in the nose on that first possession with the takeaway, then you run the ball right down their throat, and why not try a little something fancy there? We got a handoff right up the middle. He's going to find a little bit of room to run, carry that ball out to about the 48-yard line of Olive Branch.
Yeah, it seems that both of these teams are taking advantage of that up-the-middle gap. Be interested to see what defenses start changing, or maybe we'll see.
Yeah, we're going to have – looks like we're going to be in store for a big run-in battle tonight. Another one up the middle.
Ooh, look at that.
He cuts back, picks up at least 9 yards there.
See 54's block right there on the left side, still that edge.
We're going to have another first down on that run. Lewisburg is having their way in the run as far as the run game goes. Let's see if they can continue that.
Watch the screen down here on this bottom left. Let's see. Oh, quarterback keep.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a miscue or what that was, or maybe that was a design QB run there.
It's a good stop by the
picked up a yard.
Yeah, no, that's a good start. Now let's see if they're doing to go 3 wide on the left side and 1 up on the top right.
Yeah, we've got trips left over here. I might be watching this receiver up top on an island by himself.
Ooh. Oh.
Looked like a good throw there.
They came in at the right time.
Threw into a window. Olive Branch closed in on that ball and forced him to make a play.
Yeah, that was pretty clean from the defense. I feel like they converged right at the touch of the ball. That was actually a good pass, too.
Let's see if they go back to the run here on third down. 3rd and 9. I'm sure we're going to see a pass, but as well as they've been able to run that ball, it would not surprise me if we see a handoff up the middle. Yeah, they're going to go back to the run game. We've got a flag in the backfield here. Let's see what this ref's going to call. Personal foul, face mask on the defense.
Wow. What a way to...
That's going to give Lewisburg the first down there.
Let's see if that puts the Conquistadors defense with their hands on their hips yet. I know I'd be frustrated, especially after stopping on third and ready for the offense to get back on the field. It's always the worst,
Yeah, that's going to set Lewisburg up with a 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line of the Olive Branch Conquistadors.
That's yes.
Drops back to pass.
That running back's open over there. That running back's, oh, man.
He's going to tuck it. Ooh, good defense there from Olive Branch.
Look at that. We're
going to get a late hit out of bounds on that one.
That's a dumb call. Come on, man.
Yeah.
You're 10 yards in the out of bounds.
That was a poor decision there. I think we've just got a little bit of emotions ramped up. And I'm sure he's going to get off the field and get an earful from his coach when he gets over there.
And he's going to be like, what did I do? Let's look at all these streams that are happening here at this game.
That was blatant.
Hey,
hit out of bounds there.
Are we having our own spit gate here at, Olive Branch?
Yeah, let's hope not.
I'm just kidding.
Let's hope we're not going to see any spitting tonight.
But, nothing better than football and testosterone's building. You're knocking people out. You want to see some fire and some grit.
Sometimes those emotions get the best of you when you're out there and you're going 100 miles an hour and all you're thinking about is making the big play on the guy across from you.
What a block! Did you see that block? Number 7 took it away. Buddy, you better be ordering your man some chicken tenders after this game. I think that was 47 with the lead block.
Yeah, I think they may be going to IHOP after the game and get a few pancakes.
That's right. Well, look, Lewisburg capping it off with a touchdown here. Let's see if they can get the extra point and tie it up. It's been a very fun game to start so far. Both offenses are running good, but, Olive Branch is actually playing some good defense, bar the penalties.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a real competitive game tonight. They're both moving the ball well with their run game. It's another extra point there. We're going to have this game tied at 7. But like I was saying, I think we're going to see a competitive game tonight. Both teams are moving the ball well. A lot more fire from those Olive Branch Conquistadors tonight.
Yes, but we'll be back right after this break. We just want to thank North Central Electric for being a sponsor for this game, and we're here to watch a kickoff as we're tied 7-7 in both of these great scores here. Here we go.
Let's see Lewisburg kick this ball away. Another short kick. You're going to let that go out of bounds.
We're going to move that ball up a little bit and give OB a chance to start a little further ahead.
Yeah, these kickers from both sides, man, they're having a hard time keeping the ball in bounds, it looks like. See what kind of field position that gives Olive Branch.
That ref keeps grabbing that belt. I keep wondering what he's saying. Okay.
Illegal kick out of bounds.
I thought we were going to get a good old Ed Hockley buff referee for a second there. Get a good zoom up.
Let's see if Olive Branch goes back to that run game here, Matt.
Let's see. Ooh. Okay, pinball. What is this?
Got a flag coming in just before the snap.
Yeah,
we're going to have a false start.
That's okay.
See if they can get some of that yardage back right here. It looked like that was going to be a design QB run there where the QB decided to keep that, and it looked like he had no intentions of ever giving that ball to the running back.
Now, Taylor, I want you to watch number 44 there at the left end, just switched around. Let's see if he stays down lower. Oh, get it.
Good throw, good catch.
Yeah, he looked like he got down on that one. Let's just see what it looks like on that run play, because I've just been seeing him stand up a little bit. Let's see if Lewisburg's defense can hold up here, or maybe we'll see a back and forth with offensive score.
Yeah, if this game continues the way it's going now, it's going to be an offensive shootout. Pass, short pass.
Ooh!
Good move there.
Shook that boy. What is that there?
Woo! Yeah, that was a great move. A little bit of an Olay there by that cornerback on the play. And Olive Branch is moving the ball real well. The run game looked good in that first possession. Now we're seeing the passing game come to life.
This is a different team.
This looks like a completely different team. And I think maybe losing to that Shannon team last week has got a little fire in them. And they don't want to take another loss that way. We're going to see a flag come in from the backfield. We're going to have a hold.
Looks like it's going to be on the offense with those linemen retreating. Yep.
Yeah, let's hope that Olive Branch doesn't battle the same thing they battled last week with the penalties. You know, penalties hurt them really bad last week, and I'd like to see them eliminate some of those and continue to move this ball. You know, even on that just earlier in this drive, that penalty did not set them back. They came out, picked up those yards back real quick. We're going to see another handoff here. He's going to get the edge, pick up.
Ball's
on the ground. Olive Branch recovers.
Hey, but those blocks for wide receivers, that was some good coverage on the side.
Those wide receivers are throwing their body around.
I know that Lewisburg's going, gosh, they put the ball on the ground, that's the perfect chance, but they were all getting blocked out over there. So,
yeah.
Hey, but good recovery on some of that yards for the offense from that penalty. Is that a 1st and 15?
We're going to have 2nd and 15. Step back in the pocket.
Run that ball. Tuck and
run,
boy.
You got to get upfield. You got to get north and south.
He was wanting his wide receiver out there to turn up and block the other guy.
Yeah, I don't think he realized how close he was to the line of scrimmage. He was out there trying to direct traffic before he tucked that ball, and
he could have threw that.
Really would have hated to see him get up to the line of scrimmage and let one fly, and they had to come back for an illegal forward pass.
Ooh! Is it a false start? Who moved first? Oh, encroachment? I see encroachment down here.
Offsides. We're going to have an offsides on the defense. Lewisburg just gave them some of those penalty yards back. Nice little favor from the Patriots there.
Is that 3rd and 4?
Yeah, we're going to have a 3rd and about 4 here. Let's see if they can pick this up.
Ooh. Man,
it's a good effort by the receiver there to get back to that ball. You know, you can't ask for a whole lot more. It's a tough play to make.
Yeah, no, that was a good jump out. I know the quarterback was trying to read where he was going to come back. You know, but maybe we can.
Yeah, he had to get rid of that ball a little earlier than he was expecting there. He had a little bit of a pressure in his face.
They got their hands on their hip on his defense. You see this, is it 24? I can't read his number.
Yeah, it looks like number 24. If I see that and I'm this quarterback right here, I'm calling a play right up the middle, run it right at him. They're going to bring the house.
Step out, yep.
Get out of the box.
Ooh. I believe we're going to have a turnover on downs.
Yeah, we're going to have a turnover on downs there. Looks like that quarterback was doing a little bit of talking after that run there. He got up and had something to say towards the Lewisburg sidelines. I don't know what that was about.
I know that coach is over there going a little crazy too. So, hey, but I would be too if your defense just stopped them on 4th down, turnover on downs here, and you've been seeing some back and forth offensive scores. I would be up for it myself.
Yeah, we're going to have an official timeout here, Matt. What do you say we go to break real quick, and we'll be right back?
Yeah, we'll be right back here shortly. All right, we're back. Lewisburg is on offense. Let's see what they're starting out with. He's in shotgun. He hands it off. Looks like the Conquistadors wrapped up pretty well on that play, Taylor.
Yeah, this defense from Olive Branch is looking like a whole different team here tonight. Let's see if they can keep this fire going for 4 quarters. or if this is just going to be an early thing that we're seeing here tonight. They're getting off the ball well, getting in the backfield. They're disrupting the pass. They've been able to stop the run a few times. You know, these boys from Lewisburg get that middle opened up. You know, it's fair play for that running back, but ooh, good
tip ball, interception.
Looks like we're gonna have a pick 6 from Olive Branch here.
Woo!
Number
That's
16.
what you like to see. That is what you like to see, Taylor.
That is the defense that we're expecting out of the Olive Branch Keisters.
You know, that's like pure tip game, which you practice where you're running up and you tip it up.
You practice tip drills day in and day out, and it's what you want to see.
I love seeing that. Look at that coach giving that chest bump.
Coach is fired up.
Man, that coach is fired up over there, man. Look at it. That's what you love to see. Friday night football. People are here ready to get going. People are fired up. Love for the game. Don't you just love it?
This looks like a totally different Olive Branch team here tonight, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. Let's see if they can keep this going.
And you know, it's nothing in due part to Lewisburg's fault either. They're actually playing pretty well.
Yeah,
on offense.
both teams are playing great. This Olive Branch team, I think, they're playing with a chip on their shoulder, and they're fired up after that loss last week.
Well, and this is great, but we'll be back here shortly with some more good football. Yeah, so Lewisburg's quarterback last week was player of the week. You know, he had some pretty good plays on that front. Very balanced offense on his part. So just want to shout out Lewisburg's quarterback for having such a stellar week last week. Let's see if he can bring the Lewisburg's offense back and recover from that. You know,
we're going to have a return, our first return of the night.
Yeah, you know, those tip balls, Taylor, I see a flag on that, but, you know, tip balls is something that you can't handle. So you have to brush it off, and let's restart, and let's see Lewisburg come back here.
Yeah, I don't think that tip ball and that interception, it's not the quarterback's fault there. Offensive lineman got beat, and he had a guy in his face when he let the ball go. And sometimes it's just part of it. You know, it's outside of their control, but let's see if he's able to shake that off and bounce back from that, or if he's going to let that rattle him a little bit. You know, last week he led the team, and he was able to get them up and down the field well, so we're looking to see that again tonight.
That's right. It looks like he had a hold on the kick return, so they brought it back to the 20-yard line. You're seeing some. Let's see some pep in the step from this offense. Like, you started out hot last week. You got a lot of points last week. Let's keep that pep, all right? But you can definitely feel the momentum on the Keister side right now. Let's see if the Patriots can switch it around quickly. Maybe get their home fans in the game a little bit.
We're going back to the run game here. Ooh, there's a big hit from that linebacker there. He came up, filled the gap, popped that kid right in the mouth. That's what you like to see.
That quarterback's taking charge.
Yeah, we got a quarterback out here. He's directing traffic. He's telling guys where to get lined up. He's leading the offense.
Ooh, look at that.
He's got control of the game. These boys are running the ball real well.
Yeah, but that quarterback, man, he is calling it. You know, he's taking leadership. You see it in the calls there. He's looking over at coach and essentially just making this run. So let's see if he can pull a drive together and pull his team together. Woo!
Oh, what a one-handed grab there.
Man, that was a little off of pass, but it just put a little bit enough English on that, and he caught that with one hand. What a catch by.
Yeah, that was a great catch by number 8 there.
Wow.
Looked like a turf monster got him. You know, I'm sure these boys are adjusting to going from playing on grass to playing on turf. You know, it's a huge adjustment. It's like running around on carpet out there, basically.
Hey, well, he burned that carpet well on that. That's what
Going
you
to
want
run
to
the
see.
ball up the middle, number 9, another big carry.
That's what you want to see. Take a big shot at the deep, run it right up the middle. Keep this play, keep this clock running. You know, that quarterback's got this defense on their heels. Look at them putting their hands on their hips. I say you keep running it down.
Yeah, on that pass, the confidence from the quarterback. You know, it was a play action. He fakes the handoff, and it's almost like he didn't even look up to see where that receiver was going to be. He just knew exactly where that guy was going.
Good short run.
You know, this is where we saw Olive Branch step up last week as well. This team gets down in close to the red zone or inside the red zone, and that Olive Branch defense stepped up and shut the door in their face several times.
Yeah, they sure did. And let's see if they can step that up even further and take over this offense right here.
You got a big blitz from the Olive Branch linebackers there.
Ooh, shed that one. Broke that tackle.
Hey, he
went up
broke
a little bit.
tackle right there at the line of scrimmage and was able to pick up a few yards.
Couldn't even see number 1 through that tackle. That was what, big number 90 over number 1.
Yeah, that's a big old boy right there. You know, he
squeaked clean to that. Put a
he
little grease
wrapped
on
him up, and that boy just said, "Not today, buddy."
Ooh, did he call it? Yep. We're gonna have a first down here, folks. An encroachment. They're offsides.
It's going to be first down for Lewisburg here from about the Olive Branch 13-yard line.
That's good coaching right there. You tell them and you say, hey, we're on 2 or hard count. Like, that's really smart. You get them on their heels. Just get a free play, essentially. Free first downs.
We'll see if they go back to the run here down inside the red zone.
I like to see this bottom left here to see if they pass it out. Nope, they kept the ball.
Another run, pick up 3 or 4 yards. You know, sometimes you got to grind out those short runs like that, and eventually the big ones bust open. We'll see if they can stick to the run game, and that'll open up the pass game a little more. We'll see if Olive Branch can make a stop here.
Down on the 1. Down on the 1 for number 1. I think you rush this. Let's see if we can get another run right up the middle.
Yeah, I think as soon as he sets this ball, and if I'm Lewisburg, I'm trying to snap this thing as fast as possible while these guys are not ready.
Right there.
Little counter.
Touchdown.
Back to the left side. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Patriots. That's what you like to see from come back from that. They started down off defensive turnover for a touchdown. That's how you want to see your offense retaliate. We're having a great football game this Friday night, Taylor.
What a Friday night. You hear the fireworks out there when those Patriots score. Man, this is just an environment that you've got to check out.
That's a good recovery by the holder on that kick.
Yeah, I was impressed to see the holder be able to get that ball down and get that kickoff.
Well, what a game of football, but we will be back shortly after this break. Yeah, Taylor, this has been a fun game to watch. You know, last week was a lot of turnovers to see, or not, excuse me, a lot of turnovers, a lot of penalties, a lot of breaks in play, a lot of little Charlie horses in the legs. But this one is going. I think the second week, jitters are gone.
Kick that away. We're going to get a return from Olive Branch here. Ooh. He's going to take it back the other way.
Ooh,
find a hole. Looks like he's going to break this one.
Say bye, Johnny.
Yeah, he's going to go to the house.
Touchdown,
Man,
Keisters.
this is a completely different Olive Branch team than what we saw last week. That's what you like to see from a team. They take a tough loss at home, and they come back and are absolutely putting on a show here at Lewisburg tonight.
That's the type. This is football right here, all right? If you are watching this stream, you need to be sharing this with everybody that you know, because this is football right here. This is more fun than some of the NFL games that you watch.
Oh, yeah.
Really. Kick is good.
And Olive Branch quickly bounces back to take the lead, 21-14.
Yeah. Well, look, we will be back here shortly. I'm sure. Please don't miss it. Do not go into the kitchen and get your popcorn, because you will probably miss a touchdown. But share this with your friends. Share this with your family. Looks like we're having a great night tonight in Lewisburg. I told you better not get that popcorn, because we're already back, and you might just witness another touchdown. Let's see what happens.
Let's see if Olive Branch goes to that onside kick again.
A little squib.
Looks like they're going after that football.
Did he take the ball away?
He may have that ball.
I don't know what happened here. It looked like he lost the ball for a brief second.
It looked like that guy from Olive Branch came in there and just took that football away from him.
Number 7 has it. Lewisburg Patriots have the ball.
Yeah, this Olive Branch team is playing with a completely different fire than what they had last week. They're moving, they're getting off the ball. Their big boys are moving up front.
And you know, Taylor, if you're looking at the score, 21-14 in the first quarter, you're just thinking, are they playing defense at all? No, this is a purely defensive game, offensive game, special teams. They're putting it all together for both sides.
Yeah, and this defense from Olive Branch, last week they had some high points, they had some low points. This team right here that they brought tonight is playing with their hair on fire.
Sure are.
They're in the backfield. They're in the quarterback's face. They're pushing these offensive linemen back. We're going to have him roll out to the right.
Oh, boy.
That was a good pass.
He had some popcorn.
Good pass.
He put some butter on that popcorn.
He was just a little too fired up from that one-handed grab on their last possession and wasn't able to make that play there.
Let's see if we can recover from that. Shout out to Shep. That's the beauty.
He's going to drop back. And we're going to have another Olive Branch. We're going to have Olive Branch sack here.
Oh, wait.
And they're coming up pointing.
No. Was he down?
Yeah, I don't think he lost that ball.
Yeah. Look. Oh, wait a second here. Wait a second here. Oh, they're going to punt. Yeah, 4th and 15. I'd be punting too, back in your own 26. But, the way this game's gone, he wouldn't put it past me to see some sort of pass. I would be shocked.
Yeah, I don't know. We've got a receiver back here punting.
Oh, free. Just pass it.
It's a good-looking punt there, too.
Look
for
at that
about
ball.
An 80-yard punt.
Go for ball. They stopped the play, didn't they? Dang it. He's like, come on, man. I had a good one. Come on, special teams coach.
Yeah, they're going to lead the punt team out there.
Let's get some wrist there, coach.
See if he can do it again.
Woo! Ah!
Yeah, that one was nearly blocked there.
Oh, good bounce. What a good bounce. He almost got blocked.
Let's see what this Olive Branch offense has here.
We'll go to a break real quick. All right, Conquistadors are back. Conquistadors are back. Offense. Oh, hit that block.
Cutback run there. No gain on the play. Maybe a yard.
You know, I love it, Taylor. You know, what's going to happen eventually, you know, if you don't know where we're at, we pull up to a game. We're in a camper. You see our DeSoto County Brief truck. We have camera folks lined up. We have family here. We got about 8 people here on the crew. You got families showing up. You got kids coming here. We have a fun time on Friday night, so we just love creating this atmosphere.
Yeah, we're hoping to make this a big deal and continue to blow the atmosphere up, and maybe in the coming weeks we can set up and grill some hamburgers and just hang out before the game and have a good time, really make it a family environment for all of our crew to bring the family out, and just all of us get to hang out and spend some quality time together.
You know, before we go out on this break, you know, if you want to provide some great food for a great service and promote your business, you know, reach out to me. My name is Matthew Kelso. I might want your food truck to come create a good atmosphere. But we will be back here shortly. This is the end of the first crazy quarter. We're looking forward to the second. All right, we're back. Olive Branch is starting out. Let's see if we see some fire in the second quarter. Drops back for a pass. Rolls out to his right. Ooh, almost got a pick by the Patriots, but a deflected pass. We'll see a 3rd and 2.
Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd down. They struggled last week with those 3rd down conversions. We've seen a completely different team in every other aspect. Let's see if they can continue to impress here.
And, you know, Taylor, I'm seeing you eating this Milano's pizza that we just got from right across the street, so I'm just going to give a free advertising shout-out to them. You know, great pizza.
Run up
great
the middle.
block.
Yes,
broke it free. Wow. What?
You know, all they needed there was 2, and he said, hold on, let me put the team on my back real quick.
And he just said, here, ref, here's that ball. Yeah, that's what I like to see. 24 just said, I got mine. My blockers did the job. What a run. What a run by the Keisters.
Let's see if they stick to the run here.
I think they gave him a little breather on the sidelines real quick.
We're going to go back to the run game, and he's going to get stuffed in the backfield
they're going to say bring him back off the sidelines. But I'm not sure that running back could do anything about that. They stuffed it up.
Yeah,
the middle.
that was just a blown-up play by the defense there. Got in the backfield, wreaked havoc real fast, and
did good.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, you got him drop back. Ooh. Running back behind the quarterback here. Power left.
Formation.
Yeah. Let's get a good block. Ooh, squeezed right through the outside of that tackle.
Another pretty good run there by Olive Branch.
Yeah, this is what you want to see. You want to see Lewisburg's defense. The defensive tackle's out there on his knee. That's not a good sign. I know you're probably just getting prepared to get down on all fours and get going, but if I'm looking at that as an offensive coach, I'm looking at that big boy and I'm saying, run it at his head.
Yeah, go straight at him.
55. Put it down.
Seeing a lot of these defensive linemen with their heads down.
Well, let's see it. Let's see the Patriots stand up, stand strong. Let's see them stop. Oh, we got a penalty on play, dead ball. Wait. What do we got here? Is it a timeout?
We're going to have a timeout by Olive Branch.
Well, with that timeout, we will be back here shortly. And before we start off this play, I just want to shout out Career Tech West. I know their students are working with us with our camera operators, and we wouldn't be able to do it without working with them. They're paid well, and we hope that they continue to work and be successful in this. Do you have a pass right out there? It looks like there's a flag. But just to follow up, I just want to shout out the DeSoto County Schools for allowing us to work with the Career Tech West and being the sponsors of their program. And we wouldn't be able to sponsor or work with them if we didn't have sponsors that sponsor us. And so we're very thankful tonight that North Central Electric Cooperative is sponsoring this game and working with us. It's good to have folks in the community that care about the community and want to see that hometown feel, and this game itself is showing it through. So appreciate all of our sponsors to help make this possible, and the folks and students that are working with us. And if you have information about what we do, we are more than just a sports broadcasting. We're a news, media company, podcast, production, and we enjoy what we do and have a team that works well behind us here. Couldn't do it without them, and it's great to be here in Lewisburg and showing what a great game.
Yeah, let's see what Olive Branch does after that penalty right there, Matt. He's going to roll out to the right. Stop.
Woo!
Good catch
Man.
right there by number 10. Making a play. Not a bad throw, but a receiver really bailed the quarterback out on that one.
Really did. You know, as soon as I saw him through back towards the other side of the field, I was like, oh, I'm nervous. What's about to happen? But pulled it off. It looks like number 10 was giving a little prayer and thank you over there. I don't know. He's doing a little LeBron powder throw. Who knows?
Yeah, there's no telling. These kids watch too much TV these days. They're probably watching some guy on the NFL out there doing the gritty or some goofy stuff like that.
Oh, come on, Boomer. Looks like we have extra point. It's good. OB is leading 28-14 at the beginning of the second quarter. Looks like we're having a very, very fun game to start with, but we will be back here shortly with some more action here at Lewisburg.
Fighting off some tackles there on the return.
Yeah, you want to see the blockers on that return not stand up and look like they're patting their legs a little bit. But, you know, the running backs from Patriots last week were, you know, on that balanced offense were doing pretty great. I know Snow was doing good. And, you know, they had a little balanced front on that back. So, you know, their run game, they need to not move away from it. It's early in the second quarter, Taylor. You know, they have plenty of time to come back, let their defense run through. Let's hope to see that they don't move away from that run game and move one-sided on their offense. So let's hope to see they keep that balanced approach.
Yeah, with the way Olive Branch is playing tonight, though, that rushing attack has not been super productive. They'll bust open a few big runs, and then we'll get bottled up like that there. I mean, yeah, he picked up a few yards, but they're just not able to bust open these big runs tonight. And I think against this Olive Branch defense that we're seeing tonight, they're going to have some big plays, big chunk plays, get down the field, and be able to capitalize on penalties and things of that nature.
Well, you see, last week they had like 3 or 4 people at max at that line. Here's a good pass. Ooh, they might get away. Yep. I knew it was going to be close, but he wouldn't let him come back to the ball there. So, but yeah, last week that OB defense was having about a 3 to 4 man front and very, very loose and back on their linebackers there, but they've been playing very close to the line of scrimmage for 5 or 6 players. So I'm actually glad the Patriots went for a pass there, threw it out, gave their receiver a chance to come back to the ball, and essentially put the defender in a very tough spot, looking away, and just came up with a pass interference play. So first down, Patriots in Keister territory.
Yeah, let's see if they can capitalize on that field position there after the penalty. First down. We're going to drop back for the pass. Pump fake. He's got a guy coming from behind. Good decision to just get rid of the ball there instead of risk giving up a sack.
I want to see the cheerleader one-hand catch the ball real quick. You know, just throw it out to the sideline, just catch the ball, see if they can put him in the game. I'm just kidding. All right, it's second down.
See if they go back to the run here. They're going to hand it off up the middle. He's going to be bottled up at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Might have put him back a tad bit. It looks like a loss a little bit. Yeah, no, it's good to see. You're starting to see a little slowdown right here. We'll see if Patriots can. Looks like they're probably going to go for a pass. Drop back. Looks down the middle. Oh, got a hold a little bit on there. Yep.
Yeah, we're going to have another pass interference comes in there.
I'm not sure if they're going to call that one a holding or a pass interference. Let's see what the call is here.
It looked like a lot of pushing and shoving both ways on that play there. It's hard to make that call one way or the other and say, you know, the defender was at fault there because, you know, they're both pushing and shoving, grabbing and holding on to different things. Sometimes in that situation, you just got to let the play out and see what happens. You know, we can't overcorrect every little thing.
Yeah, I think the only mess up there was, even though the ball was probably not catchable, they pulled back on his shoulder. Very obvious, but like you said, some things are hard to call. That was a tough one. But looks like we're going to have
we're going to get that rushing attack going again here from Lewisburg, excuse me. See if number 1 here, Lucas Edwards, can continue his rushing like he did last week, where he had 53 yards in the game last week.
Running through it. Truck it down.
He's going to pick up the first down there with a hard-nosed, head-down run, lower the shoulder, run through those guys.
Look like 54 and 76 were leading the way on that. It's a good block on that front, carrying that pile, And good job on him staying up and getting, looks like the first down.
We're going to fake the handoff. Good shot there from number 29. That's a pretty small guy there, and that's what you like to see from those smaller guys, being willing to come up, take a big shot like that, not be scared to hit.
Yeah, that defensive line is getting really tired. Their hands are on their hips. They're struggling right now. I say you keep running it, bruising it up the middle, or you might take a shot right here since it's probably fourth down territory, Taylor. Take a shot on the number 80 down here on the right-hand side of your screen.
Going to roll down to the right. Overthrows him, nearly intercepted there by number 3. I think we're going to have to see a pass here on 3rd and long.
Yeah, look, that defensive line all got their hands on their hips. That man's over there going, please give me some water. I'm tired. He's not even getting up from his knee to even snap the ball.
Motion right. Play's going to be blown dead there. We're going to have a timeout. Oh, we're going to have a false start against Lewisburg here. That 3rd and 12 just became 3rd and 17. While this is 4-down territory, that makes it really hard to go for anything on 4th down here.
Yeah, if I was that defense, I would not let up. You've been running very well at 4 or 5 on that line of scrimmage or back and forth. I would keep the pressure. Don't give them an extra opportunity. Looks like you might have a blitz from this safety over here. Let's see.
Drops back. Yeah, looks like he just got a little bit too much air under that ball. The receiver couldn't find it. Floated, got up and floated out of bounds. See what they do here on 4th down.
Yeah, this is going to be a hard call at 4th down territory. I mean, you're viewing this almost like a punt, so you're perfectly fine with getting some yardage. I would try to chalk up some play up the middle from the wide receiver, get the cross pattern over the middle, just to get some yards, and if not, get a chance to get first down.
He's going to roll to his right, step back.
Oh, I'm not sure if he could have caught that or not.
Yeah, he's overthrown several balls tonight. I don't know if it's just the nerves trying to come back from this deficit, 14-point deficit. I don't know what he's got going on. He made a couple good passes early on. He struggled here as of late. Maybe they need to get back to that rushing attack and really run the ball, and see if that'll open up the pass game and not have to throw into so much traffic.
Well, look, you look back at that play, he did overthrow that a little bit, but that receiver had his hands on it. It appeared that he could have caught that, so I won't give the quarterback too much from that. I think Lewisburg can easily turn it around. This is not a tough game, but we will be back here shortly after this quick break. Right back, quarterback, Keysadors catch it, rolls out right on the play action pass. Even faked out our cameraman real quick. Number 2 caught it, first down, Keysters.
They've moved the ball extremely well tonight, Kelso. I would love to see this continue all night long. Just keep driving and driving and driving. Don't take your foot off the throttle. Just stay at it all night long. Going to swing it out to the right. You know, these defenders, I don't know if that's a read or if that's a design play there, but when those defenders back up off of you like that and they're giving you a 5-yard cushion, why not throw it to that outside man there? You know, I mean, it's a free 5 yards.
I mean, look at that
They're
side
back
already.
at it again. I mean,
this left side's quite open here, down with 0 at the bottom left of your screen.
You know, I don't know about you, but I'd like to see that quarterback pull that there. That defensive end to the near side, or excuse me, the far side over there. He crashed hard, bit on that handoff really hard. I'd like to see that quarterback pull that ball.
I think that's
and
why
just roll off the outside.
It
there.
looked like he had missed it and was like, "Oh man, why'd I do that?" So let's see if they can cover from that play here. You got,
you know, they keep going to that hard count. I like that. They've had Lewisburg jump several times on that hard count, and you know, keep going to it. Make those boys be disciplined. Good throw, good catch.
That was a good play right there.
5-yard gain, 2nd and 5 from the Lewisburg 38-yard line. You know, 24's been breathing heavy for the last several drives for Lewisburg. I don't know if maybe he's a little out of shape, trying to get back into season shape or what, but we're going to see Olive Branch quarterback tuck this ball and run. Good, pick up a few extra yards. No, I don't think that was a design run. I think it was just a busted pass play that opened up for him to be able to run the ball and tucked it, got upfield. And I like to see, that's a smaller guy there, and he was able to still pick up a good 2 or 3 yards after the first contact.
Yeah, I'd like to see this right receiver on the right-hand side. You got that safety creeping up. It'd be good to see a good chance of seeing a pass up. Go north and south.
Yeah, we've got to get upfield.
North and south.
Stop trying to run east and west so much.
He ran completely backwards for a good few steps there.
Yeah, you never want to see a guy go backwards thinking he's going to be able to pick up those yards, because generally what it ends up happening is it ends up costing you those yards that you're giving up to try to turn that play around the whole other direction.
It's very similar, you know, have a young kid, you know, to go to these soccer games and you see him scoring the other goal. It's very similar to that, so it's kind of funny to see. But shotgun, pulls back up, throws it out to the running back side.
Good pass.
Gets some yardage. Looks like we do have
We have a flag coming in. You know, 43 from Lewisburg keeps looking over the ref like he's got a little bit of a guilty conscience there. Let's see what this flag's going to be.
All the Branch looks are shaking their head. 88's looking like, what am I supposed to do? You know, I've watched football a long time. I don't quite understand that motion that the ref gave, but that's okay. Keysters are pulled back. Yeah, and that's. I mean, I guess that's just because you don't see the blindside block very often. So you don't see it, but you got a long second down here. Pieces are lining back up in shotgun. Looks like Lewisburg's defense has actually looked fiery for the first time on that line. Let's see if you can see some. Looks like you do have a little great screen play. What a great opportunity to throw a screen.
I don't know if they're going to call that a horse collar or not. It looked like he had the back of his shoulder pads there for a second, but he let go real quick before they had a chance to call anything.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, that's a great call on the offensive side. I know that it didn't get as far as you would like to see, but you have the offense back on their heels at second down. You know the defensive ends and defensive tackles are going to see a chance to make a hit. Call the screenplay.
Yeah, I know you're a big Broncos fan. Did that look a little Tim Tebow-esque there to you, Kelso?
Hey.
The little jump pass that he just threw there?
as long was he left-handed? Is he left-handed quarterback? I didn't think so.
No, he's not left-handed, but he definitely looked a little Tim Tebow-esque with the little Tim Tebow jump pass.
Let's maybe see in the future if our camera folks can zoom in enough to see if we can see a John 3:16 on his eye. Maybe we'll call him Little Tebow over here.
Little baby Tebow there. Yeah, I think Tebow was that kid's size when he was in about 5th grade, though. This is a pretty small guy, but he's not letting that stop him from showing how big his heart is here.
No, he keeps putting his shoulder down when he goes and runs.
Drops back in the pocket, steps up.
Poise. Throw it. Wow, what
a pass and a catch. And for that quarterback to stand in there and take that shot that he just took and still deliver that pass down the field, wow.
That's a big boy play right there. You got them on their heels. I think you run the ball right up their throat.
Yeah, I think you go to the run here. You've thrown the ball the last few plays. Let's see if they can get this run game fired up here again late in the first half. Good pickup there. It's going to leave them 2nd and goal from about the 1.5-yard line maybe.
They're substituting real quick. Let's see if they're putting their big man in. Yep, they're putting their goal line offense.
We're going to have a jumbo package come in, number 44. You know, he punted the ball last week for Olive Branch. And he was a real versatile guy. He plays defensive line. Now you're going to see him get in on that jumbo package.
He might be down below.
It looked like he got that ball across the goal line there. It did look like it
was down.
You know, we don't have the benefit here in high school of the instant replay, being able to go back and review that. But if we did, I would argue, based on real time, that I think he was able to get the nose of that football across the goal line there.
Taylor, you challenged me, all right? I'm a businessman. You say we don't have instant replay, we're going to figure out how to do it. But you know what?
He stuck that one in there. He didn't waste any time. He said, I'll take care of this. Y'all don't worry about it. You don't need an instant replay. I'm fixing to show you how it should have went down the first time.
Well, it's 34-14. This has been a great game. Lewisburg is actually, you know, they're not too far behind. You know, the difference is you see a little fire under OB because of their first week loss against Shannon. So, you know, when you see Lewisburg come out with a huge win last week, you might see the locker room be different, the practice being different. OB was definitely wanting to fire back and get a start. It looks like it's going to be a 35-14 lead. We got a little under 2 minutes in the second quarter. Let's see if we can see Lewisburg's offense have a 2-minute drop.
Let's see what this flag's going to be. I have a feeling we're going to get a roughing the kicker on that.
Yep. Turn your mic on, buddy. Yeah. Running into the kicker.
What do you think Olive Branch does after that penalty there? Do you think they try to kick this ball to the end zone, or do we try to go for another onside kick?
You know what? I think they begin to play a little conservative here. Let's see if they see a little squib kick down the middle since they were kicking out of bounds earlier. Let's see what they do.
You know, I wouldn't mind seeing them go back to the onside kick here. You're up 35-14. You got a pretty good lead. Why not, with less than a minute left to play here in the first half, why not go to that onside kick and just see what happens?
I don't know. Old Johnny over here is running out there to ref. A little swag walk, test and see if that ball's flat.
We're gonna have another
Tom Brady.
We're gonna have another Deflategate comment here tonight. That's 2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row. Kelso, you think we're going to be able to make that every week comment?
You know, I am a Peyton Manning fan, so I will probably make it. If there is an over-under on the betting markets on how many times I bring up Deflategate, I'm pretty sure I would bet on the over.
if y'all like the Tom Brady hate, y'all just go ahead and drop hashtag Deflategate in the comments here. Let us know if y'all like what we've got going on here.
What a kick.
Return. He brings it out to about the 28-yard line. Got a little pushing and shoving going on here. Come on, guys. Let's get ourselves under control. Don't cost your team any penalty yardage, especially not here late in the first half. We want to see Olive Branch capitalize on the first half that they've played and be able to shut Lewisburg down here and go into the halftime with a big 35-14 lead.
But you know what, Taylor? I'm an underdog guy, right? So I wouldn't say that there's a complete underdog between these two teams. It's just the second week. But it's 35-14. I think what you're seeing right now, I want to see some conservative play call. Let's go into the locker room. Let's say, hey, what can we do? But I know you got 51 seconds. You have plenty of chance coming out of the field, maybe get a field goal. Let's see what they call.
It won't take but just a couple big plays. With that run up the middle there, picks up 7 yards, 8 yards. Not a bad play. Keeping the ball on the ground. They're going to keep the clock running, though. That's going to be your only struggle there. We're down inside of 35 seconds on the game clock. Run up the middle.
They're going
conservative. Yeah, it looks like we're just going to try to run the clock out here for Lewisburg. And I don't think I blame them. Let's not put the ball in the air, risk throwing the ball away. Let's see what we have in store when we come back in just a little while for our second half of Lewisburg Patriots hosting the Olive Branch Conquistadors.
There's actually, they just called a timeout here. I thought they were actually moving to go into halftime here, but actually they called it timeout. Let's see if they're actually going to stay with the conservative play calling. And we'll see, but we'll be back here right shortly, right after this timeout. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. We thought we were going to go into halftime, but they actually called a timeout here. Let's see if they actually go a little aggressive.
Yeah, they're going to keep the ball on the ground. Not that he can't bust this open.
Woo! That's what you like to see. Put that boy on his back. Laid him out, put his head down. I don't want to see his head go down too far. You don't see any injuries or a pinched nerve on that back. I've heard that plenty from my dad playing fullback. You don't want to see that pinched nerve on that backside. So keep your head up, buddy. Let's stay safe, but man, what a good hit.
Looks like we got another Lewisburg timeout here. They're going to see if they can't drag this on a little while.
Yeah, we got a timeout. Watch the clock on here on the screen. We're not actually going to half, but it is a timeout. So we'll be back real quickly after this break. All right, hands off the ball, stays up, broke the tackle, stays through, gets down. We're going to call a timeout on this play. Do we have another timeout? Looks like we are going to call for our third timeout. Let's see if they're going to actually have a chance to run one more play, or are they going to put their kicker on for at least 3 points before we go into that. We'll be back here very shortly. Yeah, so it looks like they're going to skimp out on the play, but we're not going to go into a break. Olive Branch is calling a timeout. I just want to take this chance to once again thank our sponsor tonight for tonight's game for North Central Electric Cooperative. Really appreciate them seeing us and seeing what we're doing at the good work. And I just want to also shout out the camera work from our students from the Career Tech West program and the digital media program. I know Miss Terry Gordon, the teacher there, is probably proud and maybe shedding some tears of joy watching this game. Hopefully you are. And, just very thankful for just being able to create something, Taylor. When you have ideas, you want to create this game day-like atmosphere and just be able to showcase good talent from all the different schools in DeSoto County. And, we want to travel around. We're not just one team's broadcasting team. We want to go to every school. But should be the last play from the first half.
He's going to take a big shot downfield, and he overthrows his receiver there. And that's going to take us to halftime, folks, with your Olive Branch Cusers leading Lewisburg 35-14.
Yeah, we'll take a break real shortly, but we will keep it on the field for the band. So if you are watching, you love the band, your family here, and you want to see your kid or grandkid, we're going to leave it up. But keep watching. We will put it back on before the band shows up, but we will be back here shortly. Thank you for watching this first half of DCB DeSoto County Brief Game Time. We'll be back here shortly.
Your Patriot golf person got a busy week coming up this week. They're competing in the NCAA Invitational on Monday at Memphis National Golf Club. Then they go to the Dragon Classic at the Little Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the football field and join me in welcoming to the field the Olive Branch High School Marching Band. The band presents their 2025 production, Escher Sketches. The field direction of ball majors Isaac Ranzana, Gary Henderson, and Lautaro.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Olive Branch High School Marching Band. Directors for the band are Thaddeus Moss, William Fry, Aaron King, Jackson Moore, and Sarah Fry. Adjunct staff includes Ariana Garcia, Malik Edwards, Derricka Taylor, and Bilal Hukumi. Ladies and gentlemen, the Olive Branch High School Marching Band.
You know, we're looking at this second half coming forward. You know, Lewisburg's down by 3 scores. I don't think that they're too far gone, Taylor. I think we can see some action, a balanced offense. Let's not see them go away from the run too much, because you can always have a quick stop. I think with Olive Branch's fervor, I think you need to see Lewisburg come out here with a fire and actually just, let's say, hey, we're behind. Let's put it up. Let's come back. Just put one drive together, okay? But I know OB will have the ball to receive, so they'll have a chance to come back. Let's see this Lewisburg Patriot defense stand up, put their heels in the ground, and get something going.
Yeah, do you think we're going to see another big return here from Olive Branch? You know, they busted that last one, took it to the house.
Let's hope not, for Lewisburg's sake.
And our second half of football is underway as he kicks the ball deep. That is a deep kick with no chance of a return. We're going to have a touchback on that kickoff there. You know, that's something we haven't seen this season from anybody. We've not seen anybody just step up and kick the ball through the end zone. You know, they're all some form of a squib or a pooch kick or something of that nature. You know, it's interesting to see some of these kickers step up and showcase their talent.
Yeah, let's see if OB is going to keep their ground. Let's not play too conservative on their front. Let's see if the Lewisburg Patriots defense, they're putting 7 men in the box. Let's see if they can put a stand here.
He's going to swing it out to his left. Couple good little moves there. Pick up about 4 yards.
That's good for him for holding on to that ball. It looked like it was getting loose a little bit, so number 10 held on to that quite good on that play. Got a few yardage. Let's see if they're moving to the run play here.
You know, they've been able to move the ball both ways, through the air and on the ground. We're going to see what they decide to do here in the second half. He's going to step back. Batted pass there. Good defense from the defensive end. Get in there and get his hands up. Bat that ball away.
Yeah, it looks like we're having a 3rd and 6 here. We are not in 4-down territory, so you might see a pass here. Let's see if the Patriot defense puts some edge rush here. Tries to go after a sack after the quarterback. Let's see if we can see a stop here by the defense. 3-man front.
Empty backfield, swing pass, and he picked up the first down. He just needs to hold on to that football.
The pass from Kylan Reed is complete to number 1, Brandon Perry.
He points that first-hand gun. Got a first down for the Keisters.
Let's see if they continue to throw the ball here, if they go back to the run now that they've got Lewisburg on their heels a little bit. I wouldn't mind seeing them go to the run game here and see what they open up.
Yeah, but you got a shotgun.
They're going to that swing pass a lot.
What a tackle. What a play by number 7 for the Patriot defense there. Get a good double I-5 by his teammate. Saw the play, read it, moved out to the left side of the field, to the left side of the quarterback, and made the play. Good tackle.
Going to be in the shotgun again. Going back with that hard count. Lewisburg was a little more disciplined this half with a no jump there on the hard count. Drops back, looking for a deep ball. And I don't know if that was supposed to be a little bit of a corner route or what, but that guy looked like he just ran a straight go route there, and the ball was thrown off to his left where that defender was really close to making a play on that ball.
Yeah, but that receiver, if that ball was intended to go towards the middle, you would have had probably a touchdown right there by number 10.
Yeah, he was running wide open down the middle of the field. I don't know if it was just a missed throw or what the situation was there.
Once again, you got a shotgun play. 3rd down and 10.
roll out to his right, tuck it, get upfield, pick up the first down, stay in bounds.
He said, "You're going to the skating ring tonight because I just put you on some skates." Number 26, 13 carried that ball well.
I look to see Olive Branch try to keep the ball in bounds, keep that clock rolling, chew up as much of this clock as they can. 35-14, they're winning pretty handedly, so I don't see any reason to try to stop the clock. We're going to go back to the pass here. Come back to the ball.
Oh, I would have liked to see that Patriot
good
defense
come back. By the offense there. The receiver saw that was underthrown, came back, and made a play on the defender to keep him from having just an easy interception there.
Yeah, you'd like to see that defender come back to that ball and put their body ahead of that. But still good deflection on that play. Let's see what this second down has in play. Once again, shotgun.
And we're going to go back to the run here. He's going to tuck it up for a gain of about 4, maybe 5 yards on that one.
You're seeing a good drive be put together coming out of this half. I know they had a chance to get the first return in the second half to maybe seal this with a four score play, but let's see what happens for the Keisters here.
Yeah, I think if they're able to score here, it's going to be tough to come back from that deficit.
Ooh, what a play by number 16. I believe he had the ball in his hands, the wide receiver did, and defender put his hands right in, deflected that. Good play on that front. I think you just saved yourself a 4-score lead. You do have 4th down, and it looks like 5 for the Keisters, and they are going for it.
Yeah, there's not enough room to punt here, too much to kick a field goal. Let's see what they do. Do they try to run this ball down the throat and pick up those that next 5 yards, or again going back to the hard count?
Almost got him. Number 70.
We're going to get a timeout from Olive Branch. I think they're going to think this through and see. If you got a punter here that's able to get that ball up in the air, you may be able to pin them back inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, but we'll find out here shortly. We will be back in just a moment. Yeah, and just to recap from last week, this is a much different Keister team. I mean, they're playing loose, they're playing confident. They lost to Shannon pretty significantly. I mean, essentially their offense had only scored a field goal here, and it's quite impressive to see their turnaround and their confidence come back. So just like you saw a significant loss last week, it looks like they're turning around this game pretty good. Now that quarterback got hit. It looks like will be first down for the Patriots. And let's see if they can make a comeback.
Yeah, let's see if they put together a drive here. If they can score here, I think they're easily within reach of tying this game and taking the lead back, if anything. But it's going to take a drive here for them to really get themselves back in this game. Handoff up the middle. Olive Branch with another stop there for a short gain.
Tackle on the play by number 16, Ashton Curtis. On the 34-yard line, it's a gain of about 2 yards. Second down, 8 yards to go for the Patriots.
Out of the shotgun. We're going to hand it up. Oh, he's going to pass. And a good defensive play there from number 29 for Olive Branch. Step in and break up that pass.
It looked very reminiscent to that Seahawks game in the Super Bowl that one time. He cut in pretty well. The Patriots, that cornerback read that ball very well, jumped the gap, got in the way. Let's see if number 2 from the quarterback for the Patriots can pull this drive together. What a catch.
Good throw, good catch.
It's what you need, positive yards. Move the change. Get something going. You've seen the Keisters be able to move the ball, play well on defense. These Patriot offense, they need something to get them going. They need something to get their spirits up. Let's see some positive yards. Let's see a few drives get a first down. We got a shotgun again. Quarterback calling the play.
Handoff, run off the right side. Good tackle there from Olive Branch after a gain of about 6-7 yards. We're going to have 2nd and 3 from the Keister 48-yard line, excuse me.
Got shotgun again, motion. Looks like he hand off the ball again to the same play. Number 1 runs it up, went off the left tackle side.
Just a reverse there of the last play. They ran off the right side on the last one. They're going to come back and run it the opposite direction. You know, we may see him just bounce back and forth between those two play calls and make Olive Branch step up and make a stop here.
Yeah, this offense has been off the field a lot this game, so I think they need a chance to recoup from this. You have the shotgun formation.
Handoff up the middle there.
Ooh.
And Olive Branch said, no, sir,
Loss.
not again.
That's a loss on the play.
Down on the play by number 90, Terrence Hall. No gain.
That was a great read by, I believe that's number 90.
At the 44-yard line.
Got him off that left side of the line here. Broke free from his block. Wrapped him up. Gave the good old bear hug and brought him down. Looks like you have some substitutions coming in. Looks like you're going to have a 2-back formation. Confuse the defense. I don't think we've seen this formation yet.
Hand it off up the middle.
Good call.
After a short gain, he's bottled up by that Olive Branch defense and brought down. We're going to have 3rd and 8 from the Olive Branch 42-yard line. Let's see what Lewisburg is able to do here. Are they able to extend this drive here on 3rd down, or are they going to stall out?
We'll find that back out here shortly after they take a timeout.
Down, 3rd and 8 from the 42.
Our back in action shotgun here. Drops back for a pass. Oh, OB wraps up
for a sack.
Yeah, number 16 read that play. It looked like you had a little read option. Quarterback decided to keep it and pass. And number 16 saw that, smelled it out, and took the play. It looks like he's being defense is coming out for a punt return.
Number 8, Cale Ride.
Oh, but it looks like,
punt formation.
yeah, they're gonna punt it.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to punt this ball away.
Marcus Jameson back to receive for Olive Branch.
They had a lot of people running here. It looks like they might have some sort of trick play. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh!
That's
What a
gonna
play!
Be,
Hey, I just want to say I called that.
yeah, you did call that. I don't know if they're going to call that a forward lateral there or not.
That was a little back. That was back. That was a great play. He almost missed that entirely. That was a look. He caught that real quick. He barely got that off. It looked to be a forward, but it was very close. I think they're trying to determine what it is. The refs looks to be discussing it. I'm not sure what the call is going to be here, but we will wait and see what is shared. Let's go to the ref.
Offense, illegal forward pass, 2 forward passes in the same down, and a 10-yard penalty, loss of down, turnover.
Oh, man. That's tough. Looks like you got the Olive Branch defense over there falling over on the ground. You see that? Man, that's tough. That's tough. That's 4th down and long. It looks like they're probably going to actually go, or excuse me, it's going to be first. I apologize. It would be first down for the Keisters.
Ten-yard penalty moves the ball to the Patriot 42-yard line.
Let's see if Olive Branch takes advantage of the good field position here, starting inside the 50-yard line of Lewisburg. See if they can put together another drive here and put this thing a little bit closer to out of reach with a score here.
Anything can change.
Yeah, I mean, they're only out by 3 scores, so, I mean, it can change in a hurry.
They wrapped him up, piled up over here on the left side of the field. Looks like about a 2-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Keisters. It's a good holdback by the defense there. Looks like we're going to keep seeing the shotgun formation tonight. Very common in the high school.
2nd down, 8 yards to go for the Conquistadors.
There we see that hard count going again.
Lewisburg's defense has been very disciplined on that.
Moves the running back over. Going to go with a handoff, and he's going to have a 1st down and a little more.
That'll put him at the Patriots' 29-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Man, that run game is going very well, and you'd like to see that as an offensive coordinator or a head coach when you're up, 3 scores. You'd like to see them be able to continue to do that.
Yeah, especially after last week where we saw that offensive line of Olive Branch struggle a little bit. Going back to the handoff. Off the right side, another 1st down, it looks like.
I would like to see, those Lewisburg Patriot defenders are getting to him, but every time they go to tackle, they're leaving their legs. They're going straight to their knees and diving. I would like to see them stay on their feet, find him, grab him, and go. Drive through. I keep seeing them dive to their legs, and they're losing all their power, and that running back's going to just keep taking it over. Which, once again, he got a shotgun formation, got the running back on the left side of the quarterback.
Drops back to pass, right over the middle.
Ooh. That was close.
Solid gain of about 6 there from Olive Branch. This has been a good drive. It's been productive. They haven't had any negative plays so far in this series. Let's see if they're going to continue to drive the ball down the field here and score again here late in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but we'll go back to go to a break, but we'll be back here just shortly.
Game programs, it's only $10. You want to support your dance team by getting a game program for only $10 while they last.
There on the left side for Olive Branch, not able to get set in time. He was still moving when they snapped that ball.
So Lewisburg Patriots will catch a break. It looks like they had an open man on that bottom side of that screen, so that'll help the Patriots defense there in this red zone defense play. But I just want to take this chance to thank our sponsors at North Central Electric for tonight's game. And I just want to thank the Career Tech West Digital Media Program students for being our camera operators. So if you we do really appreciate this and appreciate the team that we have here. It looks like Olive Branch is going in as second and a little under 9 yards. Shotgun formation. Quarterback takes the ball, rolls out to the left.
To his right.
Excuse me, right.
Makes the catch at the 10-yard line. He's grabbing his knee there. Let's hope that's not a serious injury and maybe it's just a cramp or something like that.
Well, let's hope that he is well, and as the training staff gets to him, let's go to a break real shortly. All right, so we're back. Thankfully, he's able to walk up. He has a little bit of a limp walking off the field, and I know number 10 has done some great plays for tonight. Let's hope that it's a very minor injury for himself, and he can recover from that pretty quickly, or at least get back into the game if possible. But they might play it safe, being up 3 scores at this point. Let's see where this drive finishes for the Keisters. They had 3 scores late into the third quarter. Having a 2nd and 4 right here. Shotgun formation. Put the running back behind the quarterback.
Handoff to the right, to the left, excuse me. And
woo! That's what you like to see. Let's see some fire for these Patriot. Number 21 right there. That's what I want to see. Get that defense pumped up. You're in your red zone. You're backed up.
See if the rest of this defense can take notes from that and get a little fired up themselves. They're all everybody else is a little flat.
They all look flat. Like y'all pick up something. You just won this past week. You're down 3 scores. Hey, it's rough, but you have a chance in your own red zone to have a stand, to get some pep, to get your home crowd cheering for you. Let's see something happen.
See if they go after this kick here.
Woo!
They did. They blocked it. And they're going to end up falling on it because you got 2 guys fighting over the ball instead of one of them saying, all right, you take it and I'll go downfield and block for you.
Well, what a great block. What a great block by that. So Lewisburg has a chance. That's what you need. You need a little fire under you. Let's see if the offense, the quarterback, the player of the week last week, has a chance to do it. Hands off the ball to number 1. Looks like they have a run for no gain.
Good tackle there by number 90. Getting in the backfield, wrapping him up, bringing him down, not giving him any chance to get away on that tackle there.
It's second down, 10 yards to go.
Looks like he's telling us somebody to run a wheel route. Yep, told his running back to run a wheel route right there.
Good defense by Olive Branch, stepping up and making the play.
Yeah, I think you need. I think everybody and their grandmother could read what that quarterback was calling for that running back to run. Maybe they need to change that hand signal. He was just driving a wheel right there.
Yeah, probably need to give him a better, more secretive signal there, and not saying, "Hey guys, this is the next play we're about to run."
Please don't do anything.
Drops back in the pocket, steps up. Good throw underneath.
Oh, he called that a fumble? Yeah. Okay. But he called that fumble. Offense still recovers it. Number 80 recovers it from the dropped, from the fumble after the catch. But it's still a first down for the Patriots. It looks like we're in Keister territory on the 48-yard line.
See if they can continue to drive this ball down the field, Matt Kelso. Another run. Pick up about 5 yards there, maybe 6.
That number 1, he looks like that Cam Scatabo guy.
Yeah.
Got that fight in him.
Runs very downhill.
4-yard gain, second down, 6 yards to go.
Quarterback run. And he has been stopped. Man, I will say this for the Olive Branch defense. Every time they get the chance, they are going after that football. They're trying to strip the ball, punch that ball out, all kind of different things. They want to take that ball away.
Yeah, let's see if it looks like they're going to maybe move this to the fourth quarter unless they can get this off here in the next second. And they did. And he dropped back for the pass but didn't see anybody. I call that a secondary sack. Looks like the quarterback, number 2, is begging for the ref in the secondary to call a pass interference or some sort of holding play.
Yeah, I don't know if he was pleading with the ref there or if he was talking to his own guy saying, "Hey, buddy, you ran the wrong route. Get on the same page. Let's go. We're still in this ball game. Y'all can't give up on me."
Well, fourth quarter, here we come. We will be back with you here shortly on the DeSoto County Brief DCB Game Time. All right, we're back in the fourth quarter. This is DCB Game Time. Thank you and shout out to our sponsors at North Central Electric. We are here for the fourth quarter. Let's get ready for fourth quarter football.
Shotgun motion to the right. He's going to roll out to his right. Has he got an open receiver?
Ooh, that is a flag. That is a flag. Yeah, let's see what. Definitely a personal foul.
We're going to have pass interference on that one.
He about tackled him before the ball was even halfway to him. It looked like there was a little miscommunication between the safety and the cornerback, which is why you saw a little bit of bickering back and forth by the teammates. Let's see if there's continuing to be more bickering. I would potentially go for another pass.
Moves the ball to the 29-yard line. First down.
These refs throwing flags at each other.
Yeah, I know, I saw that. The bottom right inside. It's always funny to see this Friday night games. It is a good atmosphere out here.
Going back to the run game here. Good
Look
pickup
at
of
it.
7, maybe
Man,
closer to 8 yards on that.
that's what I'm talking about. Keep your legs churning, keep them going, and have that line carry you up in that huddle. That's almost 9-yard gain. And he got about 5 or 6 of them after the contact.
Second and about 2 yards to go.
2nd and 1, you like to see a pass here. Oh, boy. That defender said, sit down.
A loss on the play back to the 22-yard
Yeah, that was a big play from Olive Branch there to stop that before it ever had a chance to get started.
Number 25 shook off that left tackle block, came right underneath him, popped him, and he sat down real quick. I know those cheerleaders over there showing defense quite loud, getting their fans going. That's what you need. You need a little pump and a little step right here close to the red zone.
Going back to the run.
Looks like we have a first down.
It's going to be real close.
Yeah, I think the ref just motioned for 4th down. Somebody hurt? Oh, let's hope not.
Yeah, I think we're going to have the cramp game starting again this week.
Oh, no. Let's hope not. Well, while we're doing this, we're going to go to a break. We'll be back here shortly after this. Now, while we were on that break, the chain game came out and actually measured, and we actually now have a first down as opposed to a 4th down call, as the ref said beforehand. So they'll have a first down in the red zone for the Patriots. We need to see a score here. Like, if they don't get a score here, we're having very minimal chances of a comeback. So we'd like to see something happen here.
Yeah, just around 10 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. I think they're going to have a hard time. If they don't get a score here, they're going to have a very hard time getting back in this ball game. You know, good catch there.
Woo, boy.
And
big boy football right there.
Right
number
on
8.
cue with the score.
Big boy football. That's what you like to hear. Let's hear some Patriot shots in the end zone. Fireworks are going. That's what you like to see. Let's get, it's now 35-20. You're having extra point potential. Let's see if they stay. Looks like they're actually going to, they're going to kick an extra point. That's what I like to see. Where is the holder? Where's the holder at? I don't see a holder for the kicker.
Yeah, we don't have a placeholder out here. They're going to have a hard time kicking this ball.
There you go, buddy. I'll come out here and hold this ball. I know somebody was just like, hey, just go out there and hold the ball.
You know, this may be the only job this kid has, and for him to be able to forget that that's all that he's got to do is go out there and hold that snap. That takes talent.
It does.
Good snap, good hold,
And
good kick. Way to recover from
That's right.
the forgetfulness of knowing when to be in the game and when not to be in the game. Get back out there, get a good hold down, get the kick through the uprights.
Yeah, well, after that, we're down 2 scores for the Patriots. We'll be back here shortly after this break.
Number 15, Jalen Hickman, back to receive.
Oh, welcome back to DCB Game Time. We're going to have Lewisburg kicking this ball away here to the Olive Branch Keisters. Let's see if we get a return on this one or if they kick it out of the back of the end zone again. Well, they're going to go with an onside kick.
Ooh!
And I don't know.
Wow.
I think he was out of bounds on that.
No, I think he had a left leg in there. That coach is cheering. First down, Patriots.
Yeah.
What a gutsy call. What a play.
What
I
an
believe that was number
onside kick
47. Wow.
What
That's
an
what we
onside
like to
kick
see.
right there.
If you are watching this live right now, you should share this to your family. What a game. What a Friday night game. This is what you like to see. Gutsy call, down by 3 scores. Patriots come back on offense, score a touchdown, and then do an onside kick and barely get it going out of bounds on the sideline.
Yeah, I mean,
What a game.
you want to talk about a momentum shift. They've come out, that Patriot defense had 2 big stops here, got the ball back for the offense. Offense was able to drive down, score, kick the extra point, and come out with that onside kick. What a play. They're going to go the run. He's up the middle. Good run for about 8 yards there. It's going to set them up with 2nd and 8 from the Olive Branch 33-yard line. We've got a keister down right now.
Yeah, and with that, we'll go to a quick injury timeout. We'll be back with you very shortly.
Yeah, I think we just had a cramp there from Olive Branch, and then we actually had another one from Lewisburg, player on the near sideline here. Let's see if Olive Branch is able to come up with a stop here in the 4th quarter to get this ball back in the offense's hands.
I don't know what's a holdup here from the officials. Waiting to see something. Looks like you got a substitution, maybe a small injury here there on the offensive lineman. Number 74 is coming in to replace on the right tackle side. If I was at defensive end and defensive tackle, I'd be taking advantage of that. Oh!
Oh, no. And I don't know if they've got anybody that's going to catch him.
Wow.
And that's how you take that momentum and shift it back in your direction there for Olive Branch with a big pick six with about a 75-yard return on that pick six there.
That's one that puts knots in your stomach for that wide receiver. That ball was right in his hands. Tipped right off of it, right into the defender's hands. Now, the ref over here, there's a flag on the play.
Yeah, we got a flag on the far sideline over there. Let's see what the call is going to be.
They're putting...
Was it before or after the interception? That will determine the outcome here.
Looks like we might have this coming back. That would be a huge momentum. That offense looks like it's coming back. It sure is. Wow. What a momentum change. You have a potential touchdown.
So the penalty flag negates
But it's still
the touchdown. It does not negate the interception. The penalty happened after the interception. Penalty moves the ball back to the 29-yard line. Olive Branch has it, 1st and 10.
You know, even if, you know, they still get the ball, OB still gets the ball, but that was a big momentum shift to not score a touchdown right there on that. So let's see, you got trips left over here.
Empty backfield.
And he got
This is a
clear.
design QB run. You know, this kid runs the ball really well to be as small as he is. He's not very big at all, and he runs downhill. He's not afraid to lower his shoulder and bring some pop to the party. It's what you like to see from a quarterback, especially at the high school level. Most of them, all they've ever heard is, you know, get the yards you can get down, get out of bounds, slide, get out, you know, keep yourself out of harm's way. This kid right here just wants to run the ball and run the ball hard when he gets the opportunity.
Yeah, you got shotgun formation.
Handoff to the right side.
Let's hope he's all right. He got hit right on that bottom leg. Number 2. He's all right.
Gain of about 6 on the play. We're
number
gonna
1 is out.
2nd and 4.
Number 1 substituted. Number 24 looks like it's behind the quarterback. Man, that quarterback is putting his heart on the line. Now, that last week lost to Shannon High School at Olive Branch maybe put a bad taste in his mouth, and he said, I'm not done. We're not done. We're going to answer this call, and we're going to do something. So let's see. You got Lewisburg Patriots defense with all their hands on their hips. They're tired. They're down by 2 scores. You need to step up. You need a leader on this team, leader on this defense to make the call and say, look, guys, let's go.
Yeah, this quarterback has stepped up in a big way here tonight that we were not seeing from him last week. I think he said, you know, I'm going to step up and I'm going to lead this team. And whether we win out the rest of the season or we lose out the rest of the season, we're going to go out fighting.
That's right. But we'll be back here shortly right after this timeout.
So Keisters have its first down at the 25-yard line on the Patriots side. Got shotgun formation.
Motion to the left. He's going to roll out. He's got a man open downfield. Touchdown, Olive Branch.
Wow. Just wow. I like to see the celebration like that in the end zone. Very classy from his standpoint. You know, this is, you got under 8 minutes. Keisters go up 41-21 with an extra point potential. Up 3 scores again. It's going to be hard for the Patriots to come back from this. Now, that doesn't mean they're down and out. You can go down very quick. In high school football, all it takes is one play to come back, score, go on defense, have a return, score. There's a very still good chance the Patriots can come back in this. They just need to get that fire under them. But OB is playing with a different fervor. If you saw them last week, they are not the same team this week. And it's very impressive to see a quick turnaround. And like you talked about, Taylor, when you're in football and you're on that losing team going back home, and what they were playing at home, so that even makes it even harder. It's the first game of the season and you lose at your home to a team that maybe is a little bit less known. And so you come out this week and you're fired up. You've had practice, you've had tough practice, and you're facing a team who essentially blew out the team that they were playing.
That's right.
So you had Lewisburg, who was maybe playing a little bit more loose in practice, was feeling confident, and coming in to play Olive Branch that they didn't think were going to even have a chance. That's what you have of mixed communication and missed expectations of who you're coming against. So kudos to Olive Branch for their recovery and their coaching staff and the team for a comeback.
Let's see what they do here on this kickoff. Are they going to try to kick it deep, or are they going to squib it over the middle? Let's see what we get. Got a little bit of a squib here over the middle. They're going to have to retreat and field this ball. And what a hit there by Olive Branch. I don't know what was going on in those return men's head there for Lewisburg. But, that's a live ball. And you either get back there and field that thing, or Olive Branch had some boys that were coming down that field to walk that in with an easy touchdown for an onside kick.
That's right. That one I felt right here in my kidney. When he tackled that guy, I was like, ooh, let's cringe up. So, hear any random noises back here, it's most likely not Taylor, it's me. All right.
Yeah. I took a few of those hits in my day. Playing offensive line, sometimes you get sold out into a pretty bad situation. And blindside blocks were not called nearly the way that they're called today. And, there were plenty of times that you get cracked back on by somebody and are not at all prepared for it.
I would remember playing on defense, and I saw my friend right in front of me got destroyed on a crackback block. I am so surprised he got up. It is not fun to watch that happen. But the Patriots are down 3 scores at their 7-yard line on their own side. Shotgun formation, hands off the ball, conservative way. Looks like, sneaks through past to read his blockers. That was very nice. He put his hand on the back of his lineman and said, "Get up, boy, move."
Yeah, directing traffic there, getting guys where he needs them to be, wants them to be. Makes this second and about 2 yards here. Let's see what they do, see if they're able to pick that up.
Number 1 came on the field. Oh, quarterback.
And they put the ball on the ground.
Looked like he had miscommunication. Running back thought he was going out to block or go out for a pass. Quarterback decided to hand him the ball, and just miscommunication there. That's all right. It's
good recovery there.
Yeah, if you look over at the sideline for Lewisburg, they're just looking dejected. They don't look like they think they're in this game. They're down 3 scores. They're down 7. You'd like to see some fire. when you're down these 3 scores, you got to have somebody on your team that is saying, look, we're not done yet here. Let's get up. Let's see this. I know you're down in your own end zone. Let's see what happens. But no, the
Good
defense. OB defense is saying, hey, let's keep the crowd noise low.
By number 14, Ryan Johnson.
Yeah, these boys from Olive Branch are flying around tonight. They're in the backfield. They're making plays down the field, breaking up passes. This, again, you've heard it all night. This is a completely different Olive Branch team than what we saw last week. Oh,
man.
He just barely was able to get out of the end zone there to avoid the safety.
Big boy 90. Ooh, he wiped his face with that one.
Fourth and about 16 yards to go. Moving into punt formation for Lewisburg is number 8, Cale Ryden.
Gonna have not very much room here to punt this ball away. Do we see them go back to the trick play here late in this game?
No. No way. I'd like to see OB just take it over here and block this kick.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to get. I think they're going to sell out. They're not going to have anybody get back to block.
Oh, buddy.
Good decision.
That was close by 15.
Yeah, I think if he'd have went down there and tried to pick that ball up, he would have gotten an earful from his coach for the rest of the game and probably on the bus ride all the way home. You know, I don't know what his thought process was there, but not a wise one if you ask me.
He's playing with fire there. Well, it looks like we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back here shortly. The game is 42-21 with the Keisters winning at Lewisburg. We'll be back here shortly with more. Shotgun formation. Keisters have it. Oh!
High snap.
Oh, bad
good
snap.
recovery. Good recovery there. You know, I think we're going to see Olive Branch get in a little bit of a 2-minute offense, slow the game down, run some clock out, and just see what they're able to do. If they're able to score again, great. If not, we're just going to try to run the clock out as much as we can.
On the carry, number 31, Darian Harden. Tackle made by number 40.
I think they've put their second string. Yeah, so, you know, this coach right here, you know, you want to give kudos to them. You know, they played a tough game last week, come back. That's what you want to see. Good coaching, good week, good preparation. It's just good to see. And you want to see that for any team, especially at home and then going away. You know, it's really hard to come back from that. You know, I'd like to see the same thing from the Patriots this upcoming week. Is what do you do? How do you respond from this? Now, they've played good. That was the hard part for this week. Both teams have been playing well. There was 2 deflected interception returns from the Keisters, and so you can't really put any blame on the quarterback for throwing that. You put a little bit of blame on the wide receivers for being able to hold on. What a pass. Little over.
Little overthrown there. Now, this does look like a different quarterback. Looks like we got our second string quarterback in here. But they look like a really good ball from the quarterback there. Just a little overthrown. Looked like there may have been a little contact by the cornerback. But, you know, let's see what he's got. Let's see if they keep him in for the rest of the game. See if he's able to take over and lead this offense to another score here. Drops back in the pocket, steps up, and it is taken down right around the 39-yard line.
Oh, they thought they were subbing out. They're going to keep them out on the field, or at least a lot of these linemen. Let's see what this defense is doing. There's a little confusion on the field. Looks like the coaches from Lewisburg side is a little frustrated. Maybe because they're staying on the field with 4th down and they're up by 3 scores with under 4 minutes to play. Not sure if they're just more upset.
You know, I don't know what you do. What do you expect in this situation? You're at the 40-yard line. You don't have room to punt this ball away.
Yeah, it looks
like they are going to try to punt this ball away here from the stances of these offensive linemen.
Yeah, so this Lewisburg coach, I'm not sure if he's discussing with the ref, but they might have been a little frustrated that they were going to go for it on 4th down, even though it's, you know, essentially punting side. They could go for it. You know, it's one of those things in high school football that, hey, do you play it safe? Do you give a little courtesy? You know, but Olive Branch's coach telling his team, hey, look, let's finish this game out clean. Let's play this well. You know, let's finish this up. Let's play it with class and move on. And, you know, you still have the Patriots coach arguing with the sideline umpire on this side. You know, there's a lot of discussion with the folks and the referees in the middle of the field. And hopefully we'll see something come from this and hear something back.
Yeah, it looked to me like he was complaining about maybe Olive Branch being out of timeouts there. I mean, I don't know what you do there. You know, they called the timeout. The refs granted them the timeout. I don't know if maybe he's asking, okay, you gave them an extra timeout. Does that mean I get an extra timeout? But let's look at our position in this game.
Yeah, that coach was ticked off. Overthrown ball. Yeah, that coach is fired up over there. Lewisburg side.
Intended for number 36, Corey
He's
Nelson.
still letting that ref have a piece of his mind.
Yeah, no, he is.
And he's, you know, they're generous letting him get out to the numbers like that. And I think that ref is kind of trying to say, hey, buddy, get back to the sidelines. You keep coming out here. I'm going to throw a flag, and it's going to be a problem.
He's chirping. He's chirping, you know. It's I hope we don't see any fingers fly that singularly, but I think he's close to it.
Yeah. Well, it's probably a good thing that we don't have Coach Mike's out here tonight. There's no telling what he just said to that ref.
But he drops back for a pass, gets sacked by the OB defender number 9, said, look.
He went
Coach,
down kind of funny there.
He said,
he's getting up kind of funny.
Your coach is going to complain. Your coach is going to get fired up. Let's just call this a game right here and finish this with a sack. We got close to right around 3 minutes left to play. Yeah, 42-21. Looks like we are wrapping up for this game. It looks like the Keisters will come away with a win. But we want to again thank the North Central Electric for being a sponsor for this game specifically. And we're wanting to travel to each different schools throughout the week. We work with the Career Tech West program, their digital media students, who are working as our camera operators. So if you liked how we do it, shout out to them for working with us and being paid. And we want to bring a game day live experience and quality experience to each game. And we can't do this without sponsors from our DeSoto County Brief sponsors that help us with this, and we wouldn't be able to do it without the North Central Electric sponsoring this game as well. and really just thank all the folks from our production staff, our commentation here, our students, and just the fans that we have that are looking forward to it each week. But we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back for the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. But just please share this with your family. Share this with your friends and say, hey, each week, each Friday on Facebook for the DeSoto County Brief or DCB GameTime or YouTube stream, we will be hosted. And next week against Olive Branch, just so happens we've had Olive Branch back-to-back 3 weeks. It just so happened with the way the schedule worked. But we'll be back with Horn Lake at Olive Branch next week to bring you some more DCB Game Time. So Patriots in shotgun formation.
Deep ball downfield.
Doink.
Way to use your head there, number 11. That's what I like to see. Get your head in the game. Get involved however you can.
Specifically for those types of plays, I really need that funny noise thing where it's like,
yeah, we need to get us a soundboard back here so we can edit some noises over the stuff.
I think our production team would probably mute us. They probably wanted to mute us a few times with what we said. What are you going to get, the old car horn? Ooga.
Auga. Auga. Let's see what Olive Branch does here with the ball.
They were going to see some runs.
We're going to see a couple runs, and I think we're going to see them take a couple knee downs.
Ooh, okay.
Or they're going to take a shot at the end zone.
Ooh, that's a little gutsy here. I think this coach down here for the Patriots might be getting a little frustrated. I'm not sure. But it is high school football. You do have their second string in, so I think there's a level of, hey, we've already kind of said, hey, we've won this game. We're going to put our second string in and see how they play.
Yeah, let these young guys eat a little bit. Let them get in there and let's see what kind of talent they've got, what they're made of.
Give them a chance.
Shotgun formation. He's going to go to the run here.
Wrapped him up. Number 44. And
May have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one. I think we're going to just see them run some clock right here.
Now, if you're watching tonight right now, I just want you to do a favor. I want you to tell us the things that you loved about the game. I want you to shout out maybe a favorite player. Your family that's playing or a friend that's playing, shout them out. Let them know that you see them here and you've watched them, and this is somewhere that they can come back and see how they played and just review it.
Yeah, we had a pass to the sideline there, pickup of about 8 yards. We're going to have 4th and 2. And the offense is going to stay out. Real interesting play call here this late in the game. But again, you're in that awkward field position where you're at the 30-yard line, not close enough to kick a field goal, not deep enough to punt the ball away.
Probably a holding.
Good move. Tuck that ball up, boy.
What was Bob doing right there? That boy was just watching him walk past him. That's what you just call, hey, I'm done. I want to go back to the locker room. But we are wrapping up to a close. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a knee here. Nope. 18 is going to go for something. Whoa, what a break tackle.
He got free somehow.
What a play.
Unfortunately for him, his teammate kind of aided in the tackle right there.
Got 20 seconds left.
Yeah, I think we're going to see them just let this clock run out and call it a night.
Yeah, well, that's going to be a wrap for tonight. We're so thankful for the DeSoto County Schools and especially Lewisburg Patriots for allowing us to be here for their home game. You know, and as we like to be at different home games each week, we are going to be at Olive Branch. They're going to be hosting the Horn Lake Eagles. But keep up with us each Friday. Share with your family. Share with your friends. You know, we want to bring a game day-like experience to each high school across DeSoto County and represent. So thank you for our sponsors at North Central Electric. Thank you to our sponsors with the DeSoto County Brief. And we hope you have a blessed Friday night. And here at Friday Night Football, we like to have some fun. So for Taylor Griggs, I'm your host, Kelso, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Have a good night.